What's up, NFL fans? I'm Emery Hunt, the czar of the playbook, and don't forget to check out and purchase your copy of our latest football game plan book, Stiff Arming Football Myths. We have these available in both PDF and paperback form. Welcome to footballgameplan.com, where football makes sense. I'm Emery Hunt, the czar of the playbook, and welcome to another edition of Game Plan. We're going to hit the whiteboard to give you some X's and O's strategies on what the teams can do this week to come away victorious. This week, the Cincinnati Bengals have to do a great job of attacking the second level of that Texans defense, and I think they can do so because they have good personnel in the backfield that can flex out wide and be just as good as a receiver going against a backer. And I'm going to show you how they can do that, running a slant and a short route on opposite sides and trying to influence the linebacker. So you see what we have drawn up here. We're going to put this back in motion. Two backs in the backfield, two tailbacks, two guys that you can trust. One to run ISO by himself with no blocking up front other than the offensive lineman, and one guy that you trust that can be a very good receiver. So you put him in motion, and what you're doing is reading the coverage or what these linebackers are doing, because what we're doing with these two opposite receivers, we're going to run him up into the post. We're going to run him up on the outside, taking away the corner and the short area defender. And we're really operating with these two guys here, the back and the short guy on the outside. So he's going to run the short route, which is basically just a short drag coming across the field. And he's going to run the in route or a quick slant. Now, what you're doing, what Andy Dalton has to do is read the coverage of this backer. If it's man and he buzzes out with his back, this is where you want to go with the football because it's man. If they bump over to zone, so if he sets up here and he sets up here, now you know you have the short route right there. So it's a simple read. You're reading two guys, you have two clear out routes, and you also have the advantage if they go man with the back that you trust that can catch the football and beat one-on-one coverage on a linebacker. So it's simple gamesmanship at the second level this week for Cincinnati, and I think they can have success versus the Houston Texans. This week it's important for the Houston Texans to stop the strong side running game of Cincinnati. I'm going to show you how they can put both J.J. Watt as well as Jadeveon Clowney on the same side and run a strong side loop to get the job done. Show you what we're talking about here. We're going to use both guys' athleticism against the opposing offense. So what we're doing everywhere else, we're going to get strong side pressure. So we're going to send the nose tackle strong side. We're going to send defensive end strong side coming outside right there. Everyone is trying to force it to where we're trying to dictate where we want to go. These guys are your read backers, and what we're doing front side with Jadeveon Clowney and J.J. Watt, we're going to have those guys gap exchange a little bit. We're going to have Jadeveon Clowney crash hard inside, crossing the face of the tight end, attacking that outside shoulder of the offensive tackle. Boom, he's going to crash inside. We're trying to get this running back to belly outside into the waiting arms of J.J. Watt. So it's a strong side loop, taking advantage of the athleticism and the quickness of Jadeveon Clowney, crashing inside, crossing the face of the tight end, hopefully taking out two blockers to where you have J.J. Watt looping around, meeting the running back in the backfield, which could be held, which he could hold to a minimal gain. So this is one way, utilizing two of your top defensive talents, your top athletic defensive talents against the opposing offense, trying to get these guys bottled up at or behind the line of scrimmage.
The biggest X factor in this game for the Bengals, you look at linebacker Ray Maualuga, who's returned last week versus New Orleans, made an immediate impact and slowed down that Saints ground game. He's going to have an encore performance. He brings that certain swagger back to this defense within the front seven. And if they can slow down this running game and make this game one-dimensional, it bodes well for this defense's chance of getting off the field on third downs. And for the Texans, I look at the biggest X factor being their rookie defensive end outside linebacker Jadeveon Clowney. I'm pretty sure J.J. Watt will draw a lot of attention from the Cincinnati Bengals, and rightfully so. And it's about time that Clowney has that quote-unquote statement game or breakout performance. He's probably going to see a lot of one-on-one attention, and it's up to him to take full advantage of that and be a nuisance to that Bengals passing game. I like the Texans in this ball game. What was lost last week in all of the hoopla about Ryan Mallett, who played well, was the fact that they ran the football effectively with Alfred Blue. They're able to control the line of scrimmage. I think that's where the game will be won for the Houston Texans. I think their offensive line will do a great job in stabilizing what the Bengals do up front, creating that opportunity off of play action and allowing Ryan Mallett to be successful once again. So I think they go on the road and knock off the Bengals. Stay at home and knock off the Bengals this week in a very good football game that's pivotal in the AFC. And I also want to give a huge shout out to Bengal fan forums and Texans fan forums for always showing football game plan support.